Good morning, everybody. It's me, Susu, this morning. On my own. I think you guys know how Wolfman has trouble, and some days he's great, and other days he's down for a few. So he's down right now. I heard about this song by Ren this morning called Suicide, and I had a few people warn me not to do it. Only, don't hear what I'm not saying, only because they know me. The people who really know me and have watched our channel from beginning to end know that I had a very personal, difficult journey through the suicide of my first husband. My children and I have struggled greatly, but I see redemption in coming through the other side. So anyway, when Bob's suicide first happened, people kept telling me, you don't have to be so stoic, Susan. You can show your emotions. You don't have to be so stoic. But I guess that's the way I handled it, and I still handle it pretty stoically. The only thing that really grabs my heart and makes me cry is when I see the effects on my children, because I can't do anything to take that away. So suicide has far-reaching effects. If you're in trouble in your mind and you're considering it, the lifeline is 988, and there are suicide helplines and lifelines all over the place as well. If you could just search it on your phone real quick, call somebody and reach out, because you don't want people to still be suffering 10 years, 20 years, 30 years after you're gone. Your life matters more than you know. All right, so having said all that, let's dig in and see what Ren has to say.
Through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility, only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sager, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Okay. Okay. Well, he's brilliant. All the things he put together, the complete lack of hope that causes this to happen. I mean, he nailed it. And the voices within our heads that talk back and forth like, why wasn't I there at the bridge to pull you back? Or the edge, I'm not sure what happened with this friend, to pull you back, you know, and cry with you and tell you it's gonna be okay. Survivor's guilt, it sucks, it's a thing. We're coming on the 10-year anniversary of my late husband's passing, my suicide, and one of the kids was talking to me the other day and said, I can't remember his voice. I can't remember so much, and it's been 10 years, and why am I still falling apart this time every year and other times throughout the year? And I don't have the answer to that, except for that maybe we try to find a way to honor their father and help them remember the good times. And we all believe he's in heaven, so we don't have that angst of not knowing where he went or thinking he's gone forever. But yeah, survivor's guilt is a thing, and it's hard. And I have a lot of guilt because I want to fix it for my kids, you know. And I can't, I can just be there, but my heart bleeds when I see them so torn up. I haven't even been able to then, I haven't, shit. I'm not crying or anything, I'm just, I guess I must be affected because I'm stumbling over my words, so just give me a second here. Haven't been able to process any effect on me. But the children. And so that's where we are 10 years later. If you've been there, I would love to hear from you. If you've had a spouse commit suicide and you're trying to support your children, or you know someone is, I'd love to hear from you. Any advice you have, any advice you can give would be welcome. Many prayers. Please lift them up for these kids. There's such innocence in all this, and so much innocence lost at such a young age. Back to the video, I really liked the graphics of it. I would have to watch it a few times. They're very interesting, and as they go along with the words, and his face changes and becomes more ghoulish, and he talks about, you know, suicidal ideations, until he comes to the final suicide of his dear friend, apparently. I don't know this story, but I think I remember hearing something about that. But it makes us different people afterwards. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That can be a very positive thing that's come out of a very negative situation. Because we reach out to help each other, and you see healing, and you see growth, and you see other people in crisis calmed and soothed and loved on by people who have been there, and have lost a loved one. So, having said all that, I thank you, Ren. I thank you for all you've done to take away the stigma of mental illness, to keep people from being embarrassed or ashamed so that they can reach out and get help. I think a lot of these things that we're bringing to the light now have been struggled with for centuries, and people maybe self-medicated with alcohol, with overworking, you know, whatever they took as an addiction to self-medicate. And it's destroying people, and we're learning more about it, and I think that's a wonderful thing, that we can help more people get through to the other side. And then what do? They help others. So, wow. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me so much, especially when it's just me. I know you like to see me and Wolfman, and I do too, but there's times where it's just going to be me, so we'll just, you know, go along, just the one of me and the bunch of you at different times when we need to. And thank you guys so much for listening to me, and like I said, if you have any information about helping adult children who've lost a parent through suicide, I would love it. I would love it. And how to be a mother of those adult children. So I'm going to sign off here because I think I'm a little bit kerfuffled. Is that the word? I don't know. Whatever it is. I love you. Please be good to yourself. Please, if you know somebody or think somebody might be in danger of taking their life, please reach out and help other people that you know have been through it, if you've been through it. Till I see you again, be blessed, and don't hurt anybody, but help somebody. All right, bye everybody.